We have thus invited two guests whose grandparents' lives were upended by the Holocaust. The first is Professor Karen Frostig. From 2013 to 14, Professor Frostig directed the Vienna project that memorialized 7 victim groups murdered under National Socialism. Professor Frostig is the founding director of the Locker of Memory Project, a multimedia memorial project situated at the site of Jungfernhof concentration camp in Latvia. Professor Frostig teaches at Lesley University's Graduate School of Arts and Social Sciences. She is the granddaughter of Holocaust victims, and it is this aspect of her life that we have asked her to reflect on and share with us today. Professor Frostig, you now have the floor.
Thank you, Melissa Fleming. I never met my grandparents, Moses Frostig and Bela Samueli Frostig. 2 small passport photos were on display in our home, hanging prominently on a wall in our living room. No one ever talked about these photos. They hung in silence as an open wound. My father, Dr. Benjamin Wolf Frostig, was a young Viennese lawyer. He was arrested by the Gestapo in an early roundup of intelligentsia. Holding an asylum visa to Mexico, my father was expelled from Vienna on June 29, 1938. He was assigned the daunting task to rescue his parents. He did not succeed. Silenced by trauma and shame, my father died in 1971. He never spoke about his heroic journey, gaining asylum for 7 Austrian Jews in Cuba, or his pain. 20 years after his death, I found a small box in my mother's basement. The box held legal documents detailing my father's expulsion from Vienna, multiple deportations, and delayed entry into the United States. In 2004, I received a packet of letters from my cousin, written by my grandparents to my father between 1938 and 1941. Their letters tell a story of love, hope, and persecution. I made numerous trips to Vienna and Riga to recover my family's history. Riga was especially profound. I stood on a neglected patch of land strewn with rubble. This was the unmarked site of the Jungfernhof concentration camp. This ground contained my grandparents' bodies somewhere in an unmarked mass grave. It was a chilling moment, and it was also a moment filled with love and yearning to be close to my grandparents, to protect them with my memory. Since 2010, I have worked closely with the Latvian Jewish community and Latvian officials committed to Holocaust research and remembrance. We have identified information on the 3,985 German and Austrian Jews who were killed at Jungfernhof or at other nearby sites after being deported to Jungfernhof concentration camp in occupied Latvia. We are committed to creating a permanent memorial at Jungfernhof. I envision the memorial as a meeting ground bringing survivors, descendants, leaders, and community members together to grieve while considering hope grounded in memory as a means of transforming this unremembered site into a heartfelt place of remembrance. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Frostig, for your deep commitment to the memory, not only of your grandparents, but the community from which they came. And we also note here the support of Latvia, Germany, the United States, and Austria for the work of Professor Frostig, which is a model of positive collaboration between member states in memory of the Holocaust. Excellency.